We're back. We're back for another week, ladies and gents. Welcome into the quiz for another whatever day of the week it is. It feels like a Saturday, just about every day. But of course, it is Thursday night. Righty-ho, so good to have you all back again. And hopefully, well, who knows, this may be the last. Maybe we'll do it again next week. We'll wait and see. Right, there's your topics on the screen there. Movie Masquerade, Geography, Sports and Games, Odd One Out, Entertainment, Hot Luck, Art and Literature, and Morphed. And of course, in the middle, Toilet Break and the list, of course. Righty-ho! Are you standing by? Okay, we're going to crack into it. Round number one. Thanks, by the way, to Believe It or Not Quiz Events for making this available. Thanks also to the Barrel Inn in Howick, and also to East FM. That's where I'm from. I'm part of that motley crew, so to speak. Right, round one. Movie Masquerade. Name each film. Question number one. Stand you by. Okie dokie. Oh, look at that. They've chopped a little bit of something out of there. What movie is that scene from? Yes, that's an interesting one. Feel free to make comments, post comments if you like. If you want to say, hey, it's the bar noise is too loud, we can't hear what you're saying. You're going too fast, you're going too slow. All of those things. Let me know what's going on. You can keep me up to date with the scores of how you think you went at the end of each round. Comments, just post them up there on YouTube. We'll find them. Right, here, question number two. Don't worry, you'll get another glance at this round. Alrighty. What film is that one from? That's a fairly easy one, that one. Great film. Alrighty. Let's move on to question number three. We hope to be done by about 9:30 this evening. That's an interesting one. You can see he's holding something in his hand there, judging by the shadow. Question number three, that one is. So how's it all going for you? How's level 4 treating you? You're all good? 4 weeks in? Yeah. Okay, number 4. An animated one. What's that one? Well, that could kind of give it away a little bit there. Gotta try and guess the bit that someone's chopped out with a pair of scissors. Rightio, let's move on to question number 5. I'm pretty sure most of you would have got that. You'll have another look, like I said. Question number 5. Oh, that's oh yes, I remember that movie. It's a bit of a classic. Okie dokie, let's move on. Question number 6. Yeah. Indeed. Question number 6. Round 1, Movie Masquerade. Just identify the film. You don't need to identify who the actor is or the character's name or anything like that. Just the film. Title of the film. That's all we need. Studied that movie back in school. And I haven't watched it since. I've got it on DVD, but it's one of those ones you pick up in the bargain bin just because it's a classic and you think you got to have it. But no, haven't actually got around to watching it again. One day. Probably should have done it over lockdown, That would have been a smart move. Right, number 7. What movie is this one from? Oh, is that what I think it is? Is it? Is that what I think it is? Let me have a look at the answers. No, it's not what I think it is. It's something different. Should have guessed by the colour of the car that it wasn't what I thought it was. It's a bit of a challenging one, that one. Right, number 8. Yes. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty easy one, I think. I think a few Oscars were dished out for that film. Okay, number 9. Number 9, come on down. Ah, okay. Is that the city on a bus or a train or something? Any clues there, apart from the actress, of course? Alright, number 10. Oh, there we go. Oh, gee, that was a bit trippy, wasn't it? That transition. Number 10. That's probably the easiest one of the lot, I would think. We're going to have a quick whiz through, a second glance, and then we'll come into the first of the clues for the ponderous puzzle. Righty-ho, let's have a quick second glance. Oh no, they're giving us a ponderous. They're not giving us a second glance at all. Oh, should we do a second glance? What do you reckon? We probably should. I've been hyping it up. Let's go back. I'm gonna have to do this manually. We'll go back. Bear with. There's no reset. Go back to the beginning. I don't want to end the show or do anything like that because you. Look at this. You're getting kind of a 2.5 glances, really, aren't you? They normally do a second glance. I don't know why they didn't do it this time around. There we go. We're almost there. That's number 2. Number 1. Right, there we go. Number 1. Right. So which film is that one? Okay. Number 2, you caught a brief glance of it just now. That's a pretty decently easy. That's an easy one. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, number 3. And number 4, another easy one. Number 5. Ooh, dizzy on that one. Right, number 6. Number 7. There we go. Welcome to Kentucky. Number 8. There we go. Number 9. And number 10. There we go. Okay, ponderous. The quicker you get it, the more points you get. The clues get easier as you go. You get 1 guess every round. Write your answer at the bottom of your answer sheet. And yeah, don't write what your guesses are in the comments or anything stupid like that. I'll kick you out if you do that. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Right, so here we go. What have we got? I am a century in history. I saw a total of 17 different popes. Hey, Halley's Comet appeared just once, not that anyone at the time was that aware of it. The area shown in green was ruled by the Safavid dynasty. At this point in time, no non-Māori people have ever set foot in New Zealand. Wow, there you go. I'm a century. A century? Which century could it be? What could it be? What do you reckon? So if you haven't played this before, at the end of each round you'll get another set of clues. They all refer to the same answer. And the more clues you need, the less points you get. So if you get it at the end of round 3, after having 3 lots of clues, you're only going to get 8 points for it. So if you get it on these few clues that are on the screen at the moment, you get 10 points, which is pretty decent. Like I say, don't put the answer anywhere that anybody else that's playing at home is going to be able to see it. Just write it down, and when we figure out what it is at the end of the quiz, you can go back and go, hey, look, I got it in round number 2. That's 9 points for me. Bada bing, bada bang, and we're away. Righto, ladies and gents. Remember to tell me if I'm going too quick for you. If you're a little bit slow, that's okay. Or if I'm going too slow and you want me to speed up and go a little bit faster, that's okay. We can do that too. Okay, let's have a look. Ponderous. No, not ponderous. Answers. That's what I'm trying to say. To round one. Here we go. Alice in Wonderland. There you go. That was the one starring Johnny Depp. That one. Oh, I've only just noticed for the very first time those flowers on the other side there. They got little faces in them. Look at that. Alice in Wonderland. Looking down the hole, of course. Right, number 2. The Blind Side. Great movie. Michael Orr, I think his name is, the character. Sandra Bullock. She won an Oscar for that. The Departed. An all-star cast. Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg. A Martin Scorsese film, of course. The Departed. Dumbo. Wow, what else could it have been, really, eh? An animated film with an elephant. Clearly it was an elephant. You could see the trunk in it, couldn't you? Had to be Dumbo. The one and the only, the fabulous Dumbo. Les Mis. Les Miserables. That, of course, is Anne Hathaway just there, and that's Hugh Jackman. Anne Hathaway just had a bit of a haircut in that particular scene. And Russell Crowe tortured the audience with his singing. Ugh. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Jack Nicholson and the other fella. In the film, they just referred to him as Chief, the Big Chief. I remember that. He ripped the hand basin off the wall. And Nurse Ratched, of course. Here we go. Rain Man. Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise. That's number 7. Give that one a big tick. Right, number 8. Shakespeare in Love. There we go. I'm pretty sure that Gwynnie got an Oscar, and I think Judi Dench got one as well. So, I don't know. Maybe they didn't. I'm pretty sure Gwyneth Paltrow did that. Shakespeare in Love. Again, all-star cast. Number 9. It's The Muppets. It's The Muppets. There we go. That's Amy Adams, of course, not the MP for National. Selwyn, no, and that's old Jason Segel. Good to see he's got his trousers on, not like in that Forgetting Sarah Marshall film, or that other one that was it called The Breakup? I think it was, with Jennifer Aniston. I'm waffling. Let's move on. Number 10, Titanic. Of course, it had to be. It's an old film on a boat. What else was it going to be? Titanic. Okay. Tally up your scores. See how you went. As we move into round 2, being geography. Polistanos are people born in which South American city? I reckon you could pretty much take an educated guess at that. All the clues are there. Oh, and I've received a message. Let's have a look. Oh, that's all right. That's all right, friend. That's all right. I forgive. As long as you're playing along at home, that's all that matters. That's all that matters to me. Right, number 2. Let's move along. In which US state is Cape Cod? There we go. They got Cheers named after them, haven't they? Cape Cod Cheers. Righty-ho, number 3. Number 3. Come on down. If you took an Air New Zealand flight with your intended destination being Te Awamutu, in order to arrive at your destination most efficiently, your plane would land in which city or town? So it doesn't really matter where you're leaving from. Just once you've arrived, which is going to get you the closest to Te Awamutu? Oops. Are you going to land in Napier? Are you going to land in Wanganui? Probably not, because I don't think there's an airport at Wanganui. Are you going to land in Nelson? Or are you going to land somewhere else? We just need to know where you're going to land that is closest to Te Awamutu. On an Air New Zealand flight, that is. Remember, not just you're up in a hang glider or something and you can land wherever you like. It's got to be an Air New Zealand flight. Right, number 4, moving on. Who or what do we protect? Whoa, jeepers. Wow, they are some bright coloured uniforms. They would not do well in the jungles of Vietnam. Not at all. Oh, I think the weapons that they're holding there are halberds. Halberds, H-A-L-B-E-R-D, I believe. Nasty instruments. They'll hurt you whichever end of it you're on. Nice pantaloons. Righto, moving on. Number 5. Which nation gave the world Lego building blocks? It doesn't infuriate you when people call Lego Legos. They put an S on the end of it. I mean, look, it's right there. It's written on each block like 8 times. There's no S on it. Americans are terrible for doing it. Calling it Legos. Oh, what are you going to build with your Legos? Nothing, because that doesn't exist. You numbskull. Rightio, number 6. Moving on. Most people get that one. The Onyx is the longest river on what continent? Alright. I know I've got an answer in my head. Oh, and I was right too. Not really a massive surprise. I mean, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, but you know, you just could. Anyhow, you could probably name or. Shh. Zip it. No clues. No clues. Okay, next one. Here's a good one. I like this one. I've just looked at the question on the sheet. That's not this one. Actually, it's the next one after this. This is the flag from which continent? Well, this flag is from which continent? It's pretty easy. Nice and bright though. If you're a little kid and you had to draw that, you'd do it right, wouldn't you? Just get out 3 crayons, draw some lines, and you're done. I think I used that comment last week too, didn't I? Alright, number 8. But you don't need to name the continent on that one. You don't even need to put down the country, so that's pretty easy. You've got a 1 in 7 shot there. Okay, number 8. What is the only letter in the alphabet that does not appear in the name of any state of the USA? I want state, not city. State. What is the only letter of the alphabet that does not appear in the name of any state of the USA? It's a good question. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9 in geography. Ooh, hello. Who was the dictator of what country? He doesn't look too happy about it, does he? He almost looks like he's saying, "What you talking about, Willis?" He's got that look in his eye. Alright, number 10. Is the Central African Republic to the north or south of the equator? Righty ho, how'd you go on that? We're going to move on and have a look at clue number 2 for the ponderous puzzle. Clue number 2 for you. There we go. The modern square root symbol was used for the first time. The letter J was introduced into the English alphabet and the Georgian calendar was accepted. The Ottomans acquired Baghdad. Guru Nanak, the founder of Sikhism, died. Oh, that's a bit sad. So we're looking for a century, remember? Which century did all of those things happen and all of the things that happened in the previous round of clues? Put them all together. And which century do you come out with? If you get it in this round, you get 9 points. That's not to be sneezed at. Speaking of sneezed, I might just have to... Hang on a second. Ah, that's better. Just muted the microphone there. Alrighty, hey. J and the square root symbol. Righto. Standing by with your big red pen, we're about to mark off the answers for round number 2. Hopefully you've got them all down. Here comes the answers for the geography round. Number 1. Paulistanos are people born in which South American city? Well, it's got to be Sao Paulo, of course. That's a funky looking bridge. I like that. Very cool. Right, number 2. In which US state is Cape Cod? Well, if you knew that it was kind of in that sort of top right-hand side, up in that New England part, you'd probably doing all right. Massachusetts. I always struggle with spelling that. Massachusetts. Cape Cod. There it is. Looks nothing like a cod at all, does it? Oh, and there's Martha's Vineyard as well. And Nantucket. Good thing Phil Dark's not here. He would have told you a limerick about Nantucket. Yeah. If you took an Air New Zealand flight with your intended destination being Te Awamutu, where would you need to land to be the closest to Te Awamutu? Which city or town? You'd have to be in Hamilton. City of the future, as I say. Good evening to the Fotherbies. Playing with us from Hamilton this evening. Welcome, one and all. There we go. Air New Zealand doesn't fly to Te Awamutu. They know better than that. That's what the Hamilton airport looks like. Well, what do you know? All right, who or what does the Swiss Guard protect? Well, it's definitely a what? It's the Pope. It's the Pope. That guy in the middle there almost looks like Clark Gayford, doesn't it? But it's not. Well, I don't think it is. No, it's not. This dude's got glasses too. Just pointing that out. Right. Which nation gave the world Lego building blocks? Yeah. That'd be Denmark. That'd be Denmark. And that must be Lego World, is it? Must be. That's all made out of Lego. Looks pretty funky. I like it. Have to go there one day. Where we can travel again. The Onyx is the longest river on what continent? Well, if you said Antarctica, you'd be bang on. Here we go. Antarctica, of course, the continent that everyone forgets about. Number 7. This flag is from which continent? Well, it's one that we don't forget about as much as we do Antarctica. It's Africa, and it's Benin. Up around here somewhere. But there, that little blue one, right there, right next to Nigeria. What is the only letter of the alphabet that doesn't appear in any state of the USA? It's got to be Q. Q. That's right. No Q. You got an X in New Mexico. You got a Z in Arizona, but no Q. Yeah, there you go. New Jersey's got the J. Okie dokie, moving on. Idi Amin was the dictator of what country? Well, it was, of course, Uganda. You cannot run faster than a bullet. That's his dictator quotes. Must have been a book that he put out. Okay, is the Central African Republic to the north or south of the equator? To the north or the south? Flip a coin, what do you reckon? Yeah, it'd be right, it's the north. There's the equator going through there. Right through, it doesn't make that noise, but that's where it's going. Right here, that brings us to the round of round 2, to an end. And we're doing alright. It's not 8:30 yet, so we're trucking on. What are we up to now? Sport and games, mate. Mate, gonna play this one, mate. Hang on, let me just have a quick. I've had a message come in. What's it say? Oh, hang on. Yay! Oh well, hello to the Bogs. Hello Bex and hello Sam. And I'm guessing the rest of the Boggs family are playing along at home as well. Yay! Nice to have you on board. Okay. What are we up to? Where did we get to? Oh, that's right. Sports and games, round 3. Oh, there goes a strong-looking fella. This man, a Taranaki Centurion, is most notable for having raised 3 current All Blacks with what surname? Wow. Goodness me, I think even my cat could answer that one correctly. Right. I think you're giving you long enough to spell that one out. It's pretty easy, isn't it? Right, number 2. Pokemon is a media franchise published and owned by what Japanese video game company? Gotta catch them all. Never been into the Pokemon, did I? Only know one of those guys. The one in the front, the yellow fella. That's Pikachu. I know that. Anyhow, let's move on to question number 3 of Sports and Games. Former Wimbledon champion Goran Ivanisevic, that fella, is currently coaching what player? Goran Ivanisevic. How's that? Goran Ivanisevic? Will you pay out on that? Okay, cool. Thank you. Looks like he's got a pineapple on the top of that trophy. Interesting. Okay, so he's now the coach of somebody who probably really doesn't need coaching, because if they're in the top tier, they probably know how to play tennis by now. Right, number 4. How many different types of chess pieces does each player begin with? Emphasis on the word different. So you got the little guys in the front, you got the big guys in the back. Count them all up. Have a bit of a fight about it, have an argue amongst the family. Alright, you figured that one out? We're moving on. Okay, number 5. Hey, so dippers. Former black cap Deepak Patel was born in what country? He used to play down at Lloyd Elsmore, didn't he, for the Pakuranga cricket team, I think. He looks like he should be one of the Thunderbirds puppets with those big bushy eyebrows. Just putting it out there. Righto, number 6. More than halfway, we're in the second half. Oh, gee, that's close. I spy with my little eye what sportsman beginning with K? That picture makes it look like he's got a swollen cheek, doesn't it? Righto, number 7. Ooh. Number 7, here we go. What event do these logos have in common? Wow, okay. Not much imagination on the colours there. Whenever they were dishing out those events rights, they said, here's your box of crayons, see what you can do with those. And that's pretty much what they come up with. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Shall we move on to number 8? Any objections? No, we shall move on. Number 8. Okay, which team has won all 3 Super Rugby finals that they've played in? This is interesting. And number 3, Sport and Games. Remember to tell me if I'm going too fast, going too slow. If the music's or the talking's too loud, I can always tell them to shut up. Right, let's move on. Number 9. Who is the New Zealand Warriors head coach? Wow. Some poor bugger. Sleepers. He's having a rough old time, isn't he? I don't know what they were happy about. Maybe they're just happy that they got paid or something. But certainly can't be happy with their performance. Not that I'm a league person, but I hear enough about it every morning, eh, Radar? Righty-ho, we're moving on to number 10. Final question for the Sport and Games round. Professional netball games are played with a size 5 netball. Is the circumference of that ball nearer to 700 mils, 850 mils, or 1 metre? That's the circumference. That's a piece of string all the way around. Imagine that if it was the diameter. Wow, that'd be a big ball. It'd be like a medicine ball. No, wouldn't it be one of those Swiss balls? Yeah, Swiss exercise ball. Try and get that through the hoop. All right. Shall we move on? We're moving on. Let's have a look at the another round of clues for the ponderous puzzle. The Ming Dynasty was in power in China at the time. You're looking for a century, remember. It faced many challenges, such as history's deadliest known earthquake, the Shaanxi earthquake, and the evacuation of coastal areas to avoid Japanese piracy. Arr. The stiffened gabled headdress was en vogue in England. Why not? Why not? Bring that back, eh? I say, fashion goes round in circles. When's that going to have its time in the sun again? Jeepers. I'm sure Lady Gaga would bust one of those out. It's a big boy on the left, isn't it? Looks like he's got Batman's hat on too. So remember, stick that lot of clues together with the ones at the end of round 1 and the end of round 2. Come up with a century. Which century it is? I haven't even looked at the answers, so I have no idea. And we'll see what we can come up with. Get some points. Get some points on the board, man. All right. Oh, Sam's happy. There goes Sam's smiley face. It's up on the screen right there. Hey. Righto, let's move on to the answers. I was going to say round number 4, but we're not up to that yet. Let's do the answers for sport and games. All you rugby players out there, hope you've done well. You've put the house on it, I'm sure. Come along. Right, here we go. Kevin Barrett, there he goes. The Taranaki Centurion is most notable for having raised 3 current All Blacks with the what surname? Well, there's the answer. It's Barrett, of course. Father of Bodie, Geordie and Scotty. No wonder he's happy. They'll never have to worry about putting food on the table, I'm sure. Pokemon. It's owned by which Japanese video game company? If you said Nintendo, you'd be bang on. You'd be bang on. You put that one in the back of the net. Righto, number 3. The Pineapple Trophy. This fella's holding. And he's the coach of who? Novak Djokovic. Gee, he looks a bit different there, doesn't he? He's still got the same trophy though. Still got the pineapple. Right, moving on. How many different types of chess pieces does each player begin with? Count them up. How many do you reckon? I'm not going to bother counting. I'm just going to look at the answers. Oh, there we go. If you said 6, you'd be bang on. Look at that. Pawns, the king, the queen, the rook, bishop, and knight. Just like that. Right, number 5. Dippers. Where's he from? Oh, now this is going to catch a few people out, I reckon. Here goes Kenya. I wouldn't put that. He's got cricket PNG. I would have said Papua New Guinea. I would have been completely wrong. Completely wrong. There we go. This fella. What's his name? Something with a K. It's up here on his hat. Look at that. It's right there. KJ Choi. Yep, it was right there the whole time. If you got close enough, you would have seen it. He's from South Korea, I believe. If he was from North Korea, he'd do a round in about 17. Right, number 7. What event do these logos have in common? I like this one down the bottom here. The XIII. Because the X, of course, is representing Scotland, isn't it? Yeah, because they had the 1986 Edinburgh Commonwealth Games. Brilliant. Oh, and that's like a maple leaf too. And that's in Canada. Brisbane, well, I've got no idea what you guys are playing at. Some kind of, I guess it could be a kind of a triple boomerang or something. Anyway, moving on. Number 8. Which team has won all 3 Super Rugby finals that they've played in? Well, that's down in the stadium, of course. That's in Otago. That's the Highlanders Stadium, but it's not. It's the Bulls. 07, 09 and 10. And that's enough. You're not having any more. Who is the New Zealand Warriors head coach? It's that fella, Nathan Brown. He's pulled all his hair out. Yeah, in frustration, I'm sure. Right, number 10. Professional netball, how big's the ball, the circumference? 700, 850 or a metre? What do you reckon? 700. There he is. Good old Gilby. Netball size number 5, 700. I guess it depends on how much air you put in it, but yeah, 700 is what they're aiming for. Rightio, you've made it. Phew. Oh no, you haven't. You haven't made it. You've made it to round number 4. I was going to say it's time for a toilet break, but not yet. Let's crack on this one. What is the time? Oh yeah, 25 to 9. We're doing all right. Who never won an Oscar? A, B, or C? Do you know all those people? Yes, yes, yes. I do know all 3 of those people. Not personally. Probably all dead now. A, B, or C? Who never got an Oscar? Oscar, no. Okay, number 2. Who did not win the Nobel Peace Prize whilst also being a sitting American president? Was it Jimmy Carter, the peanut farmer, Teddy Roosevelt, or Woodrow Wilson? Good old Woody. Who is it? Carter, Roosevelt, or Wilson? Of course, they've got to be a sitting president. That's the key word there. Which member of the Beatles was not left-handed? Was it Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, or George Harrison? Don't worry about John. He's just doing his own thing. He's just kicking back. I don't know, maybe he was ambidextrous, but yeah. Who was not left-handed? Was it Paul, Ringo, or George? Which one was it? What is this round? It was odd one out, wasn't it? That's right. Okay, number 4. Question number 4. Which is not a Major League Baseball team? Is it the Texas Rangers, the Minnesota Vikings, or the Detroit Tigers? Major League Baseball team. Just when you thought you'd made it through all the sports questions, they go and throw this one straight in the next round, eh? Cheeky little... Oh, jeepers. Right, number 5. Go, let's go. Which bird does not have whiskers on its face? Is it the fantail, the kiwi, or the tui? Those people being bird watchers, I think they call them twitchers. They keen bird watchers. They're called twitchers. There's a Jack Black film called... what's it called? I forget what it's called now. Something about the year. The good year, perhaps? The full year? I'll have to Google it. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Jack Black bird film. It's got Owen Wilson in it as well, I think. The Big Year. There it is. Yeah, Owen Wilson. 2011 it came out. And Steve Martin. And Rosamund Pike. There we go. Not a bad lineup. Right, number 6. For which creature is no antivenom available? Is it a stingray, the box jellyfish, or the funnel web spider? Ew. Sounds nasty. Stingray, the box jellyfish, or funnel web spider? Do you remember Stingray, the TV program? With Troy Tempest. And Marina. Okay, number 7. Which is not officially an Islamic republic? Is it Pakistan, Iran, or Saudi Arabia? Oops, sorry, didn't mean to show you that picture of me and Brian May. Dr. Brian May of Queen, of course. Didn't mean to show you that. Just name drop me and the doc. It's got nothing to do with the quiz. Right. We're up to number 7? No, we've done number 7. Let's go up to number 8, shall we? Alright then. Thanks for your feedback. According to the Edmonds Cookbook, oh, we love these ones, which ingredient would you not use when making gingerbread? Would it be cinnamon, golden syrup, or nutmeg? My brother could never say cinnamon. He could never know when to stop. It was always cinnamon. Cinnamon. It looks like it's someone tried to make the White House out of ginger, so I guess that's the ginger house. Maybe these white bits are the snipers on the roof. So have you been doing lots of baking during lockdown? Have you been, maybe you made a gingerbread house? Maybe? Okay, number 9, here we go. What is not a chemical symbol from the periodic table? Is it C, T, or K? Oh, cat. There's a word. Not at the top there. Dame. C, T, or K? What do you reckon? Odd one out. Number 10. Which team did not win any of the first 3 Cricket World Cups? Would it be England, India, or the West Indies? Could have put New Zealand in there as well, couldn't you? England, India, or the West Indies? Which of those 3 did not win any of the first 3? That trophy doesn't have a pineapple on it. No. All right. Let's move on, eh? What are we looking at? Oh, that's right. Ponderous. Another round of ponderous clues. You're looking for a century. Inventions included the thermometer, the Mercator projection map, and stocking frame. I saw the rise of the West. Nostradamus was born, and the creator of this artwork died. She's not doing a particularly great job of covering herself up in that photo, or that painting, is she? So put that clue together with the ones from the previous 3 rounds, and if you figure out which one it is, which century it is, you get 6 points if this is the first round that you've got it in. Righto, ladies and gents. We've made it to the list. Made it to the list. You made it for a toilet break. Go make a cup of tea. Get some baking under your belt. Get some popcorn. Have a phone around with all your mates. See how they're getting on with it. And yeah, work on the list. We'll give you about 5 minutes or so. Let's have a look at it. What's it going to be? Oh no, we've got to do the answers first, don't we? I keep jumping the gun. It's because I want to go get a cup of tea myself, you see, that's what it is. Let's do the answers. Who never won an Oscar? Was it Doris Day, John Wayne, or Humphrey Bogart? Doris Day, there we go. True Grit for John Marion Wayne, I should say. Humphrey Bogart in 1952 for African Queen, but Doris Day, she never got one. There was something here, hang on, let me just have a quick read. Alright, Secret Love, which was sung by Doris Day in the film Calamity Jane, did win a Best Song Oscar, but that goes to the songwriter. And she was nominated also for her performance in Pillow Talk. There you go. Everything you needed to know about Doris Day. Alright, who didn't get the Nobel Prize while being a sitting American president? Jimmy Carter, Teddy Roosevelt, or Woodrow Wilson? Jimmy Carter, he got it in 21 years later, in 2002. I think he's still alive. Peanut farmer, I believe. There's something to be said about peanuts, apparently. Right, number 3. Which of these fellas was not left-handed? Was it Paul George Ringo? George. He was right-handed. Major League Baseball team. Which one was not? Texas Rangers, Minnesota Vikings, or Detroit Tigers. If you said the Vikings, you'd be bang on. They play in the NFL. They're the purple team. Number 5. These twitches, what are they looking at? Which bird does not have whiskers on its face? The fantail, the kiwi, or the tui? That'll be the tui. Hasn't needed to shave just yet. Look at that kiwi. Oh, adorable. And the little pea waka waka down in the bottom right. Fantail. Right. For which creature is no anti-venom available? The stingray, the box jellyfish, or the funnel web spider? Steve Irwin will tell you this one. It's the stingray. Their venom is a protein deactivated by simply heating the affected area. Oh, there you go. Remember that one. If you get stung by a stingray, put a hot water bottle on it. Number 7. What is not officially an Islamic state? Pakistan, Iran, or the Saudi Arabia people? It'd be Saudi Arabia. Officially the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Alright, number 8. What don't you put in your gingerbread house? Would it be cinnamon, golden syrup, or nutmeg? It'd be nutmeg. There you go. Number 9. What is not the chemical symbol from the periodic table? Is it C, T, or K? There we go. It's T. C is for carbon, K is potassium. That thing there of potassium looks like a broken glass, doesn't it? And which team has not won any of the first 3 Cricket World Cups? Is it England, India, or the West Indies? It is England. Invented the game, couldn't win it. There you go. Right, now we're on to the list. Okay. Oh, those 3 fellas. There we go. Films for which any of these 3 men were nominated for an acting Oscar. So, pretty sure you can identify who all those 3 people are. If you don't know who they are, I'm not going to tell you. No, maybe if you private message me or something, I'll tell you. Well, I'm going to go get that cup of tea and do all the refreshment breaks, and we'll be back in around about 5 minutes' time. It'll be a 30-second countdown leading into when we're going to resume, so you've got a bit of forewarning there. But there you go, you've made it to through the first half of the quiz. Well done. Well done. Bravo. Righto, welcome back. Sorry, it took me a little bit longer than expected. Took a while for the jug to boil. Yeah, never mind. Tea is made and shall be consumed. Bin night for us too. Don't forget your rubbish bins if you've got to put those out. Recycling as well, got to remember that. Righty-ho, let's have a look. Those three fellas, Daniel Day-Lewis, Dustin Hoffman and Tom Hanks, any of the films for which those fellas were nominated for an acting Oscar. Let's have a looky. We're going to go through. Daniel Day-Lewis, Gangs of New York, The Name of the Father, Lincoln, My Left Foot, Phantom Thread, There Will Be Blood. Dustin Hoffman, Kramer vs. Kramer, Lenny, Midnight Cowboy, Rain Man, The Graduate, Tootsie and Wag the Dog. Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Big, Castaway, Forrest Gump, Philadelphia, and Saving Private Ryan. I didn't realise he got nominated for Big. That's pretty cool. Righto. Let's move on. How'd you go on that? Did you get 10? Now remember, with this, if you get you got four right, then you get one wrong, and everything else below that's right. Everything below doesn't matter. It's only what's above. So if you got 4 right, you got 4, like the top 4. So as soon as you get one wrong, you stop counting, stop scoring. Rightio, let's have a look at round number 5, entertainment. Let's crack into it. Number 1, all 4 TV shows in the CSI franchise use which band's songs as their theme music? That's a pretty easy one, isn't it? Pretty easy indeed. Ooh, that tea's good. Jolly hot, but good. Righto. Send me a message if you missed any of those ones in the list and you want to check to see whether one of your answers was there. Leave a message on the YouTube comment section. Number 2, let's have a look. Oh, goodness gracious. What priest is this? That one's for Radar. Looks just like him when he's woken up after a bender. A little bit of scrambled egg on his cheeks there. Righto, number 3. That's not a pleasant picture to look at. This is Ronnie Scott's in London, which is famous for what type of music? Yes, very famous. Very famous place, that one. Ronnie Scott's. Excuse me. Righto, number 4. Which actor's last word in this film was okay? Someone must have been watching The Departed over the lockdown. That's the second question relating to The Departed. Which actor's last word in this film was okay? Okay. Number 5. Santa's Little Helper is the family dog in what TV show? That's a pretty easy one, isn't it? Okay, here's a music-themed one. Who recorded the original version of I Say a Little Prayer for You? I say a little prayer for you, forever, ever. Who recorded the original version of I Say a Little Prayer for You? Right, number 7. What 2 singers are duetting here? That's probably the easiest question of the night. So far. Just ticked over 9 o'clock. I'm going to be pushing it to get done by 9:30. I better stop dilly-daddling, shall we say. Right, number 8. The Wernham Hogg Paper Company is the setting for which TV sitcom? How are you going with that one? Alright. Moving on, number 9. We both played what character? We both played what character? And that's them playing that character in each of those photos. So there's a bit of a clue for you. Let me know if you need me to slow down or speed up or whatever. I'm more than happy to accommodate. Right, number 10. Is this the Marvelettes, the Ronettes, or the Crystals? That's a lot of here. A lot of here. Take a stab, what do you reckon? I think the clue is really probably the person in the middle for that one. Yeah. Righto, let's have a look at the ponderous. Remember, we're looking for a century. The sweating sickness epidemic hit Tudor England. Edward VI became King of England and Ireland in the same year, but Ivan the Terrible became the first Russian Tsar. Photographs had not been invented, so the best representations we have of people from this century are paintings. And there's a couple of paintings for you. It's a bit of a tricky ponderous, this one, isn't it? Yes. I'm guessing that's Edward VI on the left there. Righty-ho, let's move on to the answers for round number 5, entertainment round. Number 1, which band did the themes for the CSI franchise? It's got to be The Who. Who are you? Barbara O'Reilly, Won't Get Fooled Again, and I Can See for Miles. Not quite sure why they decided on The Who, but they did. What priest is this? It's Father Jack from the TV program Father Ted. What a handsome fella he is. Righty-ho, Ronnie Scott in London. What type of music do they play there? It's got to be jazz. It's got to be jazz. Looks like Laurel Hubbard there on keys. No? Okay. Moving on. Number 4. Which actor's last word in The Departed was okay? Well, these were the actors. Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson and Mark Wahlberg. Who's not there? It's Matt Damon. Matt Damon. There you go. Looks like he got shot by Mark Wahlberg. Okay. Number 5, Santa's Little Helper. He's the family dog in The Simpsons. And I think they had Santa's Little Helper 2. Or is it Snowflake 2? The cat. Can't remember. Anyway. Who recorded the original version of I Say a Little Prayer? It was Dionne Warwick. Later covered by Aretha, who we saw in the photo before. That's Dionne Warwick there. Who are those two fellas? Well, it's old Blue Eyes and the King, Frank Sinatra and Elvis Presley. The Wernham Hogg Paper Company is setting for which TV sitcom? Well, it's got to be The Office in Slough. There you go. We both played what character? Inspector Clouseau, of course. Look at that. Beyonce was in that one. Who would have thunked it? Rightio, is this the Marvelettes, the Ronettes, or the Crystals? I said look out for the person in the middle. That, of course, is Ronnie Spector. And that's the Ronettes. There we go. She's married to Phil Spector. Was. before he got put into prison or something like that for murdering somebody. Right, number 6, potluck. The Carolina Reaper is the world's hottest what? World's hottest quizmaster. Oh, here we go. Bogsy, if you're playing along at home, I think I should probably should have put that up. There you go. The one's from Radar. And your old Boonsco mate. Grant's here as well. Look at that. The gang's all back together again. Happy days. I must say, Grant, you're a good-looking fella in that little photo there. What a cute little nipper he was, eh? Back when he had hair. Righto, number 2. Round 6. Also known as a wood hen, which native bird is this? Excuse me. It's the one you never really hear about. I don't think I've ever seen one in the North Island. Used to see them all the time when I grew up in the mainland, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one in the North Island. They're probably around. They just want to hide. Right, number 3. Now manufactured in China, what was designed and first produced in Auckland by Morris Schlinger in the late 1930s and made even more famous by Prince William in 1983. How many of you have got one of those in the toy chest? Oh shit! I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. Rewind. Take that back. Bogsy commenting on Grant's little photo there. Alright, let's move on and just forget that ever happened, shall we? Alright. Number 4. Who is this super nanny? I did that a lot last week, didn't I? Put my foot in it. Gotta stop that. What is her name? Oh, yes, I got it. Got it, just as I was scrolling. Right, number 5. Number 5 is alive. 4 quarters, 1 person. Who is it? Oh, that's an easy one, isn't it? It's an easy one. Easy. Alright. Gonna give you one more complete round. Get to the top. We'll do one more and that's it. That's far too easy. Alright, stand by. That's your last quarter. We're moving on. Number 6. Which New Zealander immediately paid a Christmas bonus to the unemployed and the poor upon becoming Prime Minister in 1935? You know your New Zealand Prime Ministers? Do you? Yeah. You reckon you got that one? 1935, just before World War II. Yeah, this guy lurking in the shadows. There he is. It's the Coromandel Hairy Man, right there. I don't know whether it is in the Coromandel or not. Right, number 7. This is the logo for what? That's pretty simple. That's a funky looking moon though, isn't it? It's got a flat edge on it. I must have dropped it. Number 7. No, number 8. There are 3 types of muscle: skeletal, smooth, and what other? Smooth. What's a smooth muscle? Where do you find your smooth muscles? Anyhow, shall we have a look at number 9? Shall we? Alright then. In what year did I open? By I, that's the Sky Tower, that building there in the middle. Went to there on opening day. Got a purple baseball cap. Might have been worth a couple of dollars now if I'd hung on to it. Don't know where it's gone. Long gone. Long gone. Long gone. Here we go, an answer to the... Where did that photo come from? From Grant? Cockle Bay Primary School, first 15. Should have guessed by the colour of the jersey. Look at that, blue and yellow. Nice. Rightio. Number 10. Am I the current Minister for Corrections, Education or Social Development? Well, I know who it is, but I don't know what they do. Don't know what they do. Should we have another look at the ponderous puzzle clues? Go on then. It's a bit of a toughie. The Grand Canyon was seen for the first time by a European man. William Shakespeare was born. Haha, now we're getting into it. Francis Drake circled the world and Ferdinand Magellan died. Wow. Oh, Francis Drake, eh? Ferdinand Magellan. I remember years ago, there used to be a internet browser called Magellan. Radar, can you hear me? Radar, can you hear me? Go on. Rightio, let's have a lookie. On to the answers for round number 6, potluck. Carolina Reaper is the world's hottest what? Not the Quizmaster, it's the chili pepper. Jolly ugly looking things, aren't they? Almost look like a body part. Let's move on. Also known as a wood hen, which native bird is that? That's the weka. That's the weka. Now manufactured in China. What is Prince William? Boy, that's an old photo. He's got hair in that one. Designed by Morris Schlinger in the late 1930s. Of course, it's a Buzzy Bee. Yay! Right. Who is this super nanny? It's Joe Frost. Four quarters, one person. Who is it? It's old Tay-Tay. Swifty yourself. Taylor Swift. Number 7, which New Zealander immediately played a Christmas bonus to the unemployed when he became the Prime Minister in 1935? It's old MJ, Michael Joseph Savage. What a ledge. This is the logo for what? Of course, it's DreamWorks. SKG, which is Spielberg, somebody else in Katzenberger, is it? Spielberg, Katzenberger and Geffen. I think David Geffen, Steven Spielberg and Jeffrey Katzenberger. Something like that. Alright, number 8. 3 types of muscle, skeletal, smooth and what other? It's not sphincter, it is cardiac. What a lumpy fellow he is. Right, number 9. And what year did I open? 1997, 3rd of August. It's a long time ago now, isn't it? What's that? Quite some time. 24 years ago. Right, number 10. Carmel Cipollone, current Minister for Corrections, Education or Social Development. Social Development. There you go. You can give her a call if you like. There's a phone number on the screen there. Say, yo, Carmel, why aren't you doing the quiz? That's what you need to say to her. Rightio. Art and literature. Oh, here we go. Have to get serious for this one. Got to get serious for this one. Art and literature. Round number 1. Which famous book was completed in 1086? I don't think it had anything to do with Barry Crump. Just before you ask. Boom, 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 boom. Back into the quizzy. Righty-ho, 1086. Which famous book was completed? Guess it was all written out by hand, so there's probably only the one copy of it. Let's move on. Who is this fictional character? Lady in Red. Not the lady in red, we want the fellow in green. Righty-ho, moving on. Number 3, Blanche Dubois is the main character of what 1947 play? It's a good play, that. It's a good play. Good play, you've seen the movie. Righto, let's move on to number 4. What types of animals are Napoleon and Snowball in the book Animal Farm by George Orwell? Righto, number 5. Question number 5, created by J.K. Rowling, the Burrow is the fictional house that belongs to which family? Here's old Joanne Rowling. It's like to say that this is a jolly good cup of tea I'm having. Yep. Right, number 6. This is painted on the ceiling of which building? Reach out and touch me. Okay. That's pretty easy. Pretty easy. I'm guessing half a dozen or so of you have probably been there. Seen it firsthand. Number 7. Which Mexican artist features in this self-portrait? Who's texting me? Thank you, Radar. Thank you, Radar. Compliments. Lovely. Righto. I like the little monkey fella in the background. He's like holding on going, yeah, I'm in the picture too. Oh yeah. Right, number 8. This film was based upon a book by whom? What's the film? The kids look familiar. Oh, it's that. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Righto. Righto, number 9. What was the nationality of this surrealist painter? It's the man with the moustache. Right, number 10. Who wrote Wuthering Heights, Charlotte, Anne, or Emily Bronte? Yeah, pretty prolific family. I think they were all authors, weren't they? Charlotte, Anne, or Emily? Take a stab. All right. Ponderoso. Leonardo da Vinci painted this. Michelangelo finished the statue of David. Nicholas Copernicus died after first proposing the heliocentric universe. Wow. All overachievers, those guys. Looking for a sentry. Hopefully you've all got it by now, but now it's just a learning thing. This is when you go, oh, well, I never knew that was in that sentry. Ah. Righto. Righto. Oh, hang on. Screen's gone mental. Bear with. Oh, there we go. We're back again. Right. Let's have a look at the answers. Round number 7, Art and Literature. Literature. Which famous book was completed in 1086? It's the Doomsday Book. The Doomsday Book. Handwritten. Probably got writer's cramp after writing that big tome, wouldn't it? Right, number 2. Who is this fictional character? Radar would have got this one. He knows it. Of course, it's from the Adventures of Tintin. It's Professor Calculus. And then Thompson and Thompson. And a flying shark. Righto. Blanche Dubois is the main character of what 1947 play? Now, hang on. If I'm clever, which I pretty much am, we know that. If I do that and turn the bar off, let's do this.
You put that howling down there and go to bed.
Joyce, I want my clothes out here.
You shut up. You're gonna get the law.
Hey,
You
Stella!
can't beat on a woman.
Hey, Stella!
There we go. And of course, hey Stella! The answer is, bar's back, Streetcar Named Desire. Good film. Good film. Righto, moving on. What type of animals are Napoleon and Snowball in the book Animal Farm by George Orwell? The little piggies. The little piggies. Or big piggies in that case. Right, number 5. Whoa, that horse is mental. Look at his eyes. Okay, created by J.K. Rowling, the Barrow is the fictional house that belongs to which family? It's the Weasleys. It's the Weasleys. Righto, number 6. This is painted on the ceiling of which building? And of course is the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican City. Number 7. Which Mexican artist features in this self-portrait? It's Frida Kahlo. There we go. Look at that. Look at that monobrow. Nice. Right, number 8. This film was based upon a book by whom? It's got to be the one and only Dr. Seuss. It's The Cat in the Hat. The fish sleeping out there. Right, number 9. What was the nationality of Salvador Dali? Spanish. Spanish. Well, look at this for a compliment. Read your screens there. Look at that one. He's pretty grouse. He's the hostess with the mostess. Hostess? I don't know. I'm not hostess. Right, number 10. Who wrote Wuthering Heights? Was it Charlotte, Anne, or M? It's got to be M. Good old Emily. There we go. You've made it, ladies and gentlemen. You've made it to the final round. Thank you for putting up with me. Wonderful. We've done it together. Almost. We've got to get through this round. Right, each morph is of 2 people. A whole round of morphs? What the hell are they playing at? Right, number 1. Who's that the love child of? Well, this is going to be a challenge this round. Wow. You've all got your hand up on the side of the TV in front of your face, one eye closed. Oh yeah, cover up the left side. Who's that? Oh yeah, cover up the right side. Who's that? Oh yeah. No half points. No half points. It's all or nothing, baby. I think one of those is pretty easy. The other one's a bit more of a challenge. Have another look. We'll give you a little bit longer on this round, I think, because it's a bit of a... Well, the first one, if it's anything to go by, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Actually, I should probably play this along at home, shouldn't I? If I minimise that, then I can watch too. Let's do that. Righto, number 2. Whoa. Looks like some kind of emo chick. Who we got there? Is it kind of half and half? Or one side's alright, you can probably get that. It's the other one that's the tricky one, isn't it? Wow. Well, well, well. Hmm. Alright, so you reckon you've got that? You're kind of blocking out the one hand there and another one there, and what was that? The eye of that? And whose mouth is it? Yeah. Tricky. Alright. Remember, no half points. Got to get both people. Right, number three. Number three, we're into the dudes. Ah, who's that a morph of? Well, one of the side's pretty easy. Oh, yeah, I can do both on those. Yep, I got names for both. Oh, I almost let slip a clue there, but I won't. I almost did. I almost said it. And I've got a habit of doing it, but I didn't this time. Number four. Let's have a looky. Ooh, spin, spin. Alright, who are these two characters? One side's easy. Don't know about the other side though, eh? Oh. No, I don't know if I can do the one on the left. Whoever does these morphs, whoever puts them together, they do a pretty good job of them, don't they? Yes. Righto. Let's move on. Number five. Boy, that's a happy looking chap. One side's alright, I can get that one. The other side. Oh, yeah. Yep, I can see that. I've got an answer for both of those. Yeah. How we doing? No comments? No comments about the... Oh, what's this comment say? Yep, that's what I thought it was about tweeting. Okay. Alright, let's move on. Number six. Number six. Come on. Oh, yeah. Who's that a morph of? Yeah, we got one side, that's alright. Other side. Oh, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. How's the time? It's 9:30. Ooh, we're not going to make it for a 9:30 finish. We'll be a few minutes late, but that's all right. We're all friends here. We can handle staying up. There's no school tomorrow for us, is there? No, we're all good. Right, number 7. Let's have a look. Yes. Okay. Easy. Easy. I think. Yes. Yeah. I'd be pretty confident with that. Right. So we go to number 8. Show of hands. Lovely. Moving on. Number 8. A morph. Wow. You don't even need to put your hand up on that one, do you? That's about as easy as it gets. That's the easiest one of the morphs so far. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Alrighto, number 9. Second to last question, the penultimate question. Okay, yeah, well half of that's pretty straightforward. What's the other half look like? Oh, yep. Go with that. Isn't it unusual not to see him smile? Ha! Of course not. Right, number 10. Who have we got here? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No. Yep. I reckon that seems about right. Alright, ladies and gents. Final clue in the ponderous. Church of England broke away from the Roman Catholic Church and installed King Henry VIII as the head of the church, and Christopher Columbus died. There we go. Okay. What century was that in? We'll probably find out when I click this next thing. Oh no, we're going to get into the answers. Let's just have a quick look through. Any that you're missing? Do I need to go back? Do I need to go back? Should I do that round again? Quick second glance. Let's say I'll give you 30 seconds to write a comment if you want me to go back. If I hear nothing, we're moving on. Remember, no half points. Oh, there's a bit of a delay, so it's probably going to take a little bit longer for it to get through to you. Alright, we're moving on. We're doing the answers. 16th century is the answer to the ponderous. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The 16th century. Did you get that? What round did you get it in? Go back, have a look at your piece of paper. Remember if you got it in... Oh, Sammy wants me to go back. Alright, Sam. You called it. Just because it's you, mate. Just because it's you. Yep, sorry people, if you're playing along at home and you just want to know the answers, tough luck. People want to know, so I'm going back. It's going to be a quick one. It's going to be a quick one. Don't you worry. We're going back. Wish there was an easier way to zip back a few frames, but there's not. So we're just having to do it this way. There we go. Number one. Just so you know, look, Sam did actually say that. Yep, do it. Alright, that's number one. Number two. Number three. Number four, spinning in. Number five. Oh, I'm getting complimented now. There we go. Number six. Number seven. Number eight. Easiest one of the round. Number nine. And number 10. Alright, we've done that. We know the answer to that. That's the 16th century. Right, we're moving into the answers for round number 8. Here we go. Sharon Osbourne and Melinda Gates. Oh, Shazza, that was pretty straightforward. Melinda, that was a bit more of a challenging one, wasn't it? If it was Sharon Osbourne and Bill Gates, that would be no problem. Lindsay Lohan and Anne Hathaway. There we go. I think Anne Hathaway probably got the better side of the deal there, didn't she? Oh, Lindsay's looking a bit rough around the edges. All right, a couple of Aussie fellas, Hugh Jackman and Liam Hemsworth, not Chris. That's the other one. I think there's one other. I think there's a Luke Hemsworth as well. But yeah, Hunger Games, that fella there, Liam Hemsworth. Martina Navratilova and Greg Norman. Wow, did you get that one? That was a bit of a challenge. Remember, no half points. No half points. If you only got Greg, the great white shark, well, yeah. You've got to have Martina as well. John Mayer and Macklemore. It was pretty easy once you actually separated the two. You can see his fairy collar there as well, so that gave it away. Fidel Castro and Muammar Gaddafi. General Gaddafi. We'll just call him Gaddafi, shall we? He always looks like he's got no eyeballs. Yeah. Righto. Emma Watson and Jennifer Lawrence. Well, I didn't get that. I got Emma Watson. I didn't get J-Law. Didn't get her. There you go. What a combo. Easiest one. Tarantino and Spielberg. Powerhouse directors, of course. Right. Kanye West and Frank Ocean. Well, I would have got half of that. I thought it was Usher. The other guy. The one wearing the pajamas. Yeah. Looks like he got little kidneys on him. Right, number 10. Selena Gomez and Mila Kunis. Yeah, that was pretty straightforward. Or Mrs. Kutcher, if you like. Righty-ho. I think we've come to the end of it. We're sorting the winners. Tally up. Send me your scores. Put them on the screen. I want to see what your scores are. Be honest. You're only going to be cheating yourselves if you didn't do it. Let's have a look. Let's see who got the the high score. I know there's a few people competing with each other, against one another. Friendly rivalry. I want to see some scores. No double ups. So yeah, no joke around. So don't count. You know, give yourself double points. No joke arounds. It's just out of 10. So in total, it's out of 100. The quiz is out of 100. 72. Yeah, exactly. Morphed. Tough round, Andrew. Tough round. 72 for the Fotherbees. How'd the Boggses get on? The Boggsies. Grant, how'd you do? Go on, Radar. Give us your scores. Come on. Let's see it. No shame. No shame. Oh, hey. No half scores. We're not doing half scores, Andrew. No. No. Come on, get the calculator out. Get those scores tallied up. I want to see who's going to be the winner of the night. 72 is leading at the moment. I've only had one score in, to be fair. Come on, there's no shame. We're all friends here. While we wait for the scores to come in, let's have a look at the final question. Nearest answer. How many coalition troops were killed in the Gulf War? Wow. Here's a challenging one. The Gulf War. What was that? Back in early 90s, wasn't it? George Bush Sr. Righto, Boxy's in. Oh, missed the first round. Yeah, that's a bit tough. Nice one, taking one for the team there. Can only blame myself, says Sam. Bex was awesome. Bex is always awesome. We know that. 52. Missed the first round, but still stuck. That's all right. First round was, I can't even remember what it was. Oh, it's the movie round. That's right. The movie Masquerade had all the cutouts. So, 52. Let's say you got 10 out of 10 for that. That's 62. That's not bad. 10 out of 10 for the first round. We'll give you that. But 52 out of 90. That's respectable. That's respectable. Come on, Radar. Share it with everybody. Come on, son. Let's go. Come on, Grant. Righto. How many troops in the coalition war? 294. That's not bad, considering. 114 by enemy action, 145 by accident, and 35 by friendly fire. Wow. There you go. Well, that's us. We're done. We've made it to the end. Still waiting on scores from the others, but that's all right. Thanks for playing. Hope you all had a good time. Thank you for... Oh, here we go. Revised score. 58. There we go. Not bad. Forgot the ponderous. Yeah. I'm not sure whether they're going to do it again next week. They don't usually make these available to us until about 6:30, so you've got to stand by. I don't know until the last minute. They said that they weren't going to do these once the rest of the country got down to a level where venues can actually open up. But of course, with only having been allowed 50 people, I don't think there's too many places who would actually run a quiz, because there's not enough people to make it viable. So they might just keep on doing this. There you go. Beck's favourite quiz mistress ever. There you go. Yeah. So we'll wait and see. Stay tuned. Thanks, Sam. I'll do it again if I can. If it's available, if they, believe it or not, make a quiz available, then yeah, I'll be here next week. We'll do it all again. I'll throw out the YouTube link through Radar, and he'll filter it out through all the other people. It'll be on Facebook and all that sort of carry on. So yeah, thanks everyone for playing along. Oh, Grant's in. Grant's got a score. 52-ish. Right, there you go. 52-ish. Not quite sure where the ish comes into it, but well done. Well done to the Suttons. Looks like Radar and Co have... Or does Grant's score include Radar and Co? Last week I know they played together over a Zoom call, so that might be what it is. So yeah, do that next time. If you get a group of people together on a Zoom call, get the family together, the extended family, get them all together so you can play house versus house. That's pretty cool. Right. Now I'm going to get some silly scores. Look at this. 2,500, 15,000 from Grant. You don't need to pay me that much, Grant. That's fine. Right, if it's available, we'll do it again next week. If not, we're done. I'm out of here. Like a board man, as they say. Right, bye-bye.